Hello and welcome to Naija's Geeking Out podcast. Today we are surprisingly complete. Red the regular, how are you doing?
Hi.
Yeah. Uh, Wait, what's wrong with you today?
When you're telling me surprisingly complete, you want me to greet you warmly. Look at this
Yeah.
man.
Okay. So it's not the greeting, it's not what happened today or over the weekend that's affecting you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will not know.
Yeah.
Hex, hope you are doing better.
I'm doing good today. Thank you for asking. I'm very well.
So it's not affecting you as well, Abi. Or are you celebrating with your change
I
in?
think you know what it's about time. So yeah. I'm sad. I'm
Okay.
sad. I'm sad because of the wasted dreams, but it had to happen, Jerry. It had to happen.
It's not nearly enough, if you ask me. Half that team needs to
Okay.
go.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. Okay, so 2 more years of wasted dreams. We'll see that. That was Jerry better
your dreams will
go.
be wasted.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm not like you. I don't want to be, bathing in the misery of Man U fans. I don't think I was not quite happy with what happened our weekend. We didn't lose, but I did
Yeah.
want to win. So I'll
Yeah.
keep quiet. And I feel a bit cheated, but
Oh, yeah, that's true.
it is what it is.
That's true.
Oh,
And you
wait,
mentioned how unfair it was that they let him go like that. That it was unfair to treat the coach like that. But yeah.
Well, to be honest, okay. I think they want to sack this guy away because I thought I actually watched the West Ham Man U match, and I actually thought they did well. I thought Man U were
Did you-
unlucky in that match.
Did you see the first half?
Well, yes,
What did you see in the first half?
you hit it
The
the bar.
wickets.
How
For
many
people
times?
not watching, the wicket is
I think I
saying
remember
that.
two.
that-
No, there were easily 7 missed chances in that first
Yeah.
half.
So in a way, it's just you didn't finish.
That's not unlucky.
Mm.
That's not unlucky.
You know,
Okay.
let me keep quiet.
Moving on
If I may say
to
something.
Yes.
One last thing. Sorry. One
Yes.
last thing.
Yeah.
Remember that we had a game midweek that
Okay.
he made some rather odd choices, and we
Okay.
drew that game.
Right,
And
okay.
basically,
So it's a combination of.
it's a culmination of a lot of
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
We have not. I think we haven't won in Europe in maybe a year or something. So it's
Okay.
it's a lot of things.
Okay.
All right. So
Good
listeners,
luck.
Sorry, listeners.
it's not a football podcast. We're back to
If,
context.
if the team was 7 points from drop zone, you would ask for the coach to go. So
Yeah, but we've never been there, so we don't know how that feels. Yeah, but moving on to the main bulk of the show. Yeah, this week we'll be reviewing shows we're currently watching. That means we're talking about stuff like Penguin, Agatha All Along. That will briefly touch on Superman and Lois. But to kick things off, we sent a sacrificial lamb to go and watch Venom. Save the last dance. It's not save the last dance.
It's an dance.
Yeah.
Totally
I
different
mean, they
movie,
should have
mate.
just called it that. But yeah. So, Kex, thank you for your sacrifice. It's well appreciated.
And let us know if there was any dancing in this movie.
Yes.
There
That's
was
an important question. There was some dancing in it.
There was some dancing in it. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to see this movie on opening day, which is Friday the 25th of October. So Venom: The Last Dance came out. That's the third installment and the final part of the Venom trilogy by Sony, with Tom Hardy. Now, this is something that is actually quite close and dear and close to Tom Hardy's heart. Like, he's always very eager for it. He's pushed quite a lot for more money, and he's just very active. Sort of the way Ryan Reynolds takes Deadpool is the way Tom Hardy takes Venom. So it's kind of
yeah.
you can see a lot of it here again. You can see he's quite into it. It doesn't feel like he's phoned in or anything. Now, this opens with Null the Conqueror, or Null the symbiote god, basically being held in a prison somewhere in space or in the cosmos somewhere. And he realizes that the key to freeing him, he's sat in a throne and has these things covering him and all of that. So he's basically locked on the throne. And he realizes that the key to to releasing him is on Earth, and it lies within the Venom symbiote. I'll talk a little bit more about that. So sorry guys, there's going to be spoilers. I'm just not going to bother with non-spoilers. So he sends his minions, which are basically the Brood. So the Brood but they call them like xenophages here, I guess, because they can't use Brood.
But do they look like the exact?
Identical to the Brood. So that's what I'm calling them.
Okay.
But they call them xenophage.
All right.
But it's exactly what the Brood look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he sends them out into the cosmos to try to find this key, this codex, he calls it. And this codex lies in the Venom symbiote.
Okay.
On Earth. So the whole movie is basically the symbiotes, the one sent to Earth. The Brood sent to Earth, chasing Venom and trying to kill him. So every time Eddie and Venom do a full morph into the full suits, it sends like a homing beacon into that Brood wherever.
Okay, so they can track them.
Just zones in.
Because it's a hive mind. It's like a hive mind, right? So
exactly. So once he puts it on like this,
that feels completely contradictory to the last two movies now.
Let him
They could not
continue.
track them. No, they could not track them. I'm just saying that
No, so these
symbols
things
could not track themselves like that.
Yeah, so this is it. No, so this Brood it's so the thing calls it a xenophage, and it's specifically a symbiote killer.
Right. Okay.
So it's like a hound dog. It's a dog. It's a dog.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like a hound dog. So instead of sniffing, it senses
Codex.
the codex. Yes, which is in the Venom symbiote specifically. And this codex basically came to be because in part 2, where the host dies and the symbiote saves the host, is it part 2 or part 1? I can't remember. They form a bond, and that creates this codex, this weird thing.
Okay.
It's pretty vague. So basically the whole movie is Venom trying to escape from the Brood, and there's a military arm of the government which now has been capturing symbiotes.
Right.
So they have like 6 symbiotes. They have like anti-venom, all of them. They're
all in this film.
They're all in this film.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they're all there. Lasha, all of them are in this film.
Okay.
Different colors. Yeah. Purple, black.
The Power Rangers of Venom.
The Power Rangers of Venom, basically. Yeah. So Chiwetel is the General Strickland, who's tasked with bringing Tom Hardy's Venom symbiotes into the, capturing it.
Yeah.
For now, this movie has. I don't know if you guys watched Ted Lasso.
Yes.
Is it Kelly?
Oh, the girl.
The
media lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The media lady.
Media.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Keely. Yes. Juno Temple.
Yes.
She's in this movie, and she's a scientist. I have not seen a more unlikely scientist. And she's the same. Like she.
Oh really? Same character.
You can't take her seriously because she doesn't. It's like, I don't know if you ever watched that James Bond film where Dennis Richards was. Dennis Richards was
I know the word is not enough. I think it is. I know exactly
the world is. This guy, yes, the world is not. So she's so unbelievable as a scientist. It's ridiculous, and then she has her own backstory as well as to why she's like a Area 51. So it happens in Area 51. She works in Area 51. Chiwetel is a general there, and
all the usual alien tropes.
It is full of tropes. It is. I mean, it's a very, 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 very weak film. And I've done a little digging. Now it was directed by a lady called Kelly Marcel. So Red, this is interesting. Kelly Marcel's dad directed Hawk and Slayer. That movie back in the 80s. I don't know. You might not know it.
No. You don't know Hawk the Night Slayer.
If you Ginger is memory, you remember.
So Hawk the Night Slayer is Lord of the Rings very, very light. There's an elf that shoots faster than Legolas.
Arrow's very fast. Yeah, very
Just
true.
goes-
Very true.
Like, yeah,
Very
so
true. Yeah,
it's Hawk the
it's
Night Slayer is cheesy.
80s movie.
80s,
So yeah, so this is his daughter who directs this film. And she also
How
wrote
did you know I
this.
knew that movie?
Sorry,
How did you know I liked that movie? Did we
we've talked about it.
Okay,
Talked about
okay,
it.
okay.
We talked about it before. Yeah. The so this is her directorial debut, and you can tell that she's written all three. She's done the screenplay for all three.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
So this almost feels like a reward at the end of it, to be honest with you. Andy Serkis directed the second one and does the voice for Null in this one. So I don't know, it just feels like they're kind of passing it around. The movie costs $120 million, sorry. And you can see it. You can see it. It's some of the CG is questionable. Yeah, it's also not it's not a funny movie at all. Despite
Wait, really?
it's not. I was shocked that people, well, somebody that is in our group said that it was funny, but I was like, there was no chuckle.
The chemistry between Venom and
that's like the biggest selling point of the movie.
The chemistry was still there, but
the jokes didn't land.
The jokes were forced.
Okay.
It felt like, you know, the way it felt like they didn't really write jokes, and they were like, Ryan Reynolds gave this interview once, and he was like, I was talking about X-Men Origin, and he said that they didn't really write. It was during the strike, and they didn't really write dialogue, and they'll be like, Deadpool talks fast, and then Ryan Reynolds is just ad-libbing. So it almost feels the same.
This movie also happened. I think this is one of the movies that got affected by the strike that happened this year. They had to pause writing before the strike started.
Let's not make excuses for anyone.
No, I'm like what Kex said just reminded me of that.
It's very, 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 very amateurish. Some of the casting choices. I mean, Juno Temple doesn't look anything. Apologies, but she looks like a yob, like a.
She's better off. Just say she's better off in Ted Lasso.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the Ted Lasso thing fits her character.
Yes.
You know, but this one, you have a scientist who doesn't use any scientific words at all, has like this thin eyebrows, you know, this
Croydon.
Croydon, exactly, this Croydon ponytail type. You know, it just didn't work. The jokes were.
I see you guys are not trying to expand your fan base.
The jokes
they
were
definitely are not. Yeah,
organic. You know, it felt forced.
Wait, there's a mention of this guy, Rhys Ifans, that it was a standout in the movie. Yes.
Yeah, he's played. Rhys Ifans played Lizard Connors in the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. Sorry, I should say.
Yeah,
and he's here as well. He plays the dad, the dad of this family. So there's a family of, you know, the dad, the mom, the daughter, and the boy, and they're hippies basically. And the dad is like a big Area 51 fan. So his whole thing in this movie is, I've always wanted to go in Area 51. So he takes his kids, put them in a van, literally in a Scooby van, and they're driving across Nevada to Area 51.
Oh, I was expecting more hoodwink to.
Nope. I've read online. I've found out online. People said that it has nothing to do with.
It's quite a waste. No, he's just a family man, you know, and you know he uses things like groovy. Yeah, you know, the universe is out. You know, it's very stereotypical. You know,
hippie dad
with hippie wife and sassy daughter and just teenage son who is just so much so that there's even a point where they're in the car and they're like, he's playing the guitar and they're all singing along. And, you know, Tom Hardy's there. It's just like, you know, somebody please get me out of this. You know, it's very, very, it's very unfunny. It's very receivable.
I probably won't be watching it.
You shouldn't. You know, they wear flip flops and kind of. It's very unoriginal. No chuckles in the cinema that I was at. Like there was no chuckles.
So it's not even watching at home, basically.
So on a grander scale, so Null was really wasted.
Oh, he appears in maybe 3 scenes, and in those scenes he's
Wow.
on the chair. He doesn't escape his prison at any point in time.
Okay.
Wait, it doesn't?
He does not.
Because they don't catch Venom, right?
They don't catch Venom. They don't get the codex. So at the start of the movie, you see him and he tells you, basically says, "Oh, I'm here and I'm going to send you out." And then he opens portals while in his chair, go and get the anti-venom. That happens at the end of the movie. There's when
He's in prison and he can open portals, but he can't open portals for himself.
I think he's bound to the throne or to the chair or
Okay.
something. So he
Okay.
can't actually, he doesn't move.
Okay.
He doesn't move or he doesn't stand up.
Okay.
He's
So what does
seated.
it do at the end?
At the end, he says,
I'll be back.
the darkness is coming.
King
Basically, he says,
is black.
this isn't the end.
Okay.
So wait, are they trying to set him up as Thanos for?
Yeah. No, they're trying to set
universe?
him up as a recurring villain. So Andy Serkis himself has come out as in interviews. I said this is going to be a recurring villain, but this is just the introduction to Null.
I can see
A
the future.
recurring villain in the
Yes.
Sonyverse.
So I can see the Sony Avengers.
They're going back. They're going back.
Venom, Mobius, Craven, Madam Web.
I forgot
What
Madam
would you
Web.
call that team? What would you call that team?
No. There's a title that we can use, but I think I'm not using it. But I would say the losers.
I would, that's a good one. Yeah, or dark, whatever. I don't know, but either way, it's guys. I wouldn't suggest going to watch this movie. However, surprisingly, it dropped on Friday. It's made 175 in the box office this weekend already globally.
Yeah.
So it will surpass Joker by next weekend.
It will surpass Joker by next weekend.
But I think most of that money is international, not
It's
local.
but Joker
It
is
is flopping. Yeah. I'm sure that Venom as a movie locally is flopping, but it's the international
it's like
box office that
50
is
something.
moving.
Yeah, most of it is international, but it's global.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did enjoy this film. I did enjoy any of the characters in this film. The music choices are odd. The Venom Venom likes music, so he'll just start singing like and then it's poor. It's poor. It's really bad. At the end, Gino Temple gets one of the symbiotes. The other symbiotes are killed, but she gets one of the symbiotes. Is it Agony or something? There's one that's super fast, that's purple. So she bonds with that one. That's the only symbiote that survives. The rest are killed or die. So I don't know whether they are setting her up to return or something.
Okay.
Guys, yeah, I have. Unless there are any questions, I'll just.
I've got three.
I think this will thank you for your service. Dr. Go ahead.
I've got 3 questions. Just very simple one.
Yeah.
How many after credit scenes?
2.
Okay.
Useful or useless?
Useless.
Well, that was,
One of them is
Null,
Null saying that I will be back.
I guess much, yeah.
Okay.
One is Null saying I will be back. Yeah.
Is there any attempt at an MCU connection in this movie?
Yes.
Okay.
At the very start, if you remember that in the other movie, in the Spider-Man movie, I think it was, Venom was one of the people that was pulled into our universe by
Dr. Strange. Yeah.
So there is so at the very start, he gets pulled from our universe, from the Marvel MCU,
coming back
into Sony.
Yeah.
Into the exact same spot he was, but the bartender, who is Danny Rojas.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Danny Rojas.
Danny Rojas.
Yeah.
So he's the bartender in the MCU and the bartender in Sony, but he looks different because he's.
Right. Okay.
So in one he's like clean cut and with a ponytail. In the other one he just has shaggy hair. That's the only connection that we see to the MCU.
Okay. Is there any reference to a potential possible Spider-Man in this universe?
Not at all, though.
Okay. My questions are done.
Yeah, pretty good questions. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. The movie felt like let's just put it out there. You know, I don't know. Like there wasn't enough work, no homework. It didn't feel like even the CG doesn't feel great. Yeah,
Oh, I
it,
have a question.
yeah.
Compared to the first two movies, where would you place this?
Definitely less than the first because I like the first one. I
Okay.
quite like the first one.
The second,
Slightly better.
then the second one.
Slightly
Okay,
better than the
okay.
second one.
Okay.
Slightly better
Because
than
the
the
second one
second one.
was terrible, so that gives me a
Yeah,
framework to
Yeah, it
work
was.
with.
yeah,
Yeah.
very slightly better. Yeah. I mean, Woody Harrelson should never have been picked for Carnage in the second one. So it's just very slightly better. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So your rating?
Yeah.
Maybe 2.3. I mean, first time director, and it shows. Tom Hardy is still, he's still a good actor and he's still trying to carry this movie, but there are too many silly parts. There are too many parts that don't make sense. There's a part, I don't know if you remember Mrs. Chan.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
met
yeah,
in the
yeah. Of course,
trailer, the
of course, of
dancing.
course. Yes.
Yes. So they bump into each other randomly in Vegas.
Okay.
So he arrives in Vegas, he's broke, he's flat broke. He's just wearing basically the shirt on his back and stuff. He knocks out a security guard, gets the guy's suit, goes into a casino. Randomly, he sees Mrs. Chen. They didn't plan on meeting. She's just won a jackpot. She's like, "Oh, Eddie, how are you? Is Venom here?" And he's like, "Yes." And then Mrs. Chen said, "Guess what? I won so well. The hotel is treating me well. I have a penthouse suite upstairs. They give me a penthouse suite. Why don't you come upstairs, freshen up, blah, 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 blah."
Just like that.
I mean, this penthouse suite is the kind of penthouse suite that Prince Harry went to trash when he went for his stag do. It has flaws. Mrs. Chan is a
grocery store owner.
yeah, exactly. She owns a corner shop.
But when you're on that winning streak, you're on that winning streak. It's Vegas,
Yeah.
right? So.
That we're talking about thousands and nights. The hotel is not going to compute that now. It just
You're trying to use sense.
to just okay. Let's put her in there, and then they have a dance sequence. Him and Venom and Mrs. Chen. And that's the dance sequence. Like they're dancing, they're like a tango for no reason. I'm revising it. It's a 2. It's a 2 out of 5. There are lots of things that annoyed me in this film, or lots of things I was like, "Oh, this is bad." This is Sony not giving a shit. But I'm glad it's done. I'm glad this is done. I don't think we're going to get another Venom movie because Venom is dead basically at the end of this movie. So.
Okay.
All right, guys, that was Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to also say something. Chiwetel Ejiofor has really dropped in Hollywood. He plays like a
he's in this, isn't he? Yes, that's right.
Yeah, a general. Yeah,
a
in this
military
one.
guy.
I'm like,
what are you doing?
I mean, I had high hopes for him, and
Paycheck is paycheck.
Yeah, fair enough.
Man's got to eat.
I just wonder, what else has he got coming up? I mean, I had high hopes for him. Okay, that
He
was
has a couple of movies coming up. Like, I mean, he has Old Man, the old guard.
Oh, is old
That
guard?
Netflix. Yeah,
No,
the Netflix movie too.
the next one is the part 2. When is it coming out?
It's still in production.
Okay.
Yeah.
I quite like that
yeah.
book though. So
very good book. Very, very, very good. Very good book. And the Chinese guard is going to be in the sequel. So that's
it's just basically Highlander done really well.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Moving on. TV shows.
Okay.
Dapo, you want to take it off with Superman and Lois? Let's just
yes. Yes, thank you for that. I'm going to speed through this episode.
117.
What is it? Count now.
You got 2 minutes. Okay, go for it. Yeah. Okay.
So basically, show opens. Lois Lane's at the gravestone of her dad, mourning over the death of her dad that happened in the episode before, and all of a sudden we just see Superman arrive. So he's cured. So the heart worked. He's fully back. He's cured. Now,
Wait, just like that. Wait,
yeah,
wait.
yeah. So literally, end of last episode, his eyes opened from the heart.
Okay,
He's in there, eyes open, and now we just see him fly straight back in.
I need to make it clear to people that are not listening, because I don't know if we have any cardiologists listening to this. But when a person dies and you put in another person's heart into that person, the person doesn't come alive again.
No.
Sorry. I think you're missing a critical factor here.
This is a
Kryptonian.
Kryptonian heart.
Kryptonian
heart.
No,
science.
but it's a human heart.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a human Kryptonian DNA heart.
Heart, yes.
With Kryptonian
Done
science,
with exactly.
with CW writing, everything makes sense.
It's perfect. It makes perfect sense that this is what
And
happens.
prefix anything with a super in front of it. It's possible.
Yeah.
So
Super healing, super fast, super bonding, super whatever, super synergy.
Super
It works.
plots. Continue.
Super plot. Yeah.
So there's really two stories in this episode. There's a main story, which to me is just a waste of time, if I'm being honest, and I'll cover that very quickly. But the B story, which is the main story in my mind, is the Superman's back. He starts training Jonathan. So Jonathan says, I need to take a back step. So Jonathan's still worrying about, no, not worrying about the mistakes he made and the fact that his mom was caught on tape, choosing between the two sons and chose Jonathan over him. Luthor puts basically Luthor is this very cliche scenario that was engineered that's so obvious to drive a wedge between them. Luthor has both in danger in different areas, and he tells Lois to choose one, and he's recording it.
Okay.
And she chooses to save Jonathan.
Did she say why, or did she just?
Well, she does, but even without saying it, I knew straight away why. One's powered, one's not powered.
Okay.
The powered one's got more chance, obviously, in whatever scenario they were in. But she chose Jonathan, and Luthor records it and plays it back to Jordan. Your son. It's very stupid, and he's ranting
and
about
he falls
that.
for it.
Yeah, he does. This is more embarrassing. But in this episode, later towards the end, because I'm actually more ashamed of myself, and try to kind of claw it back. But you spent most of the episode him hating on his mom and the choice made. But the issue, the main story is we get some great scenes of Superman training Jonathan. I enjoy those scenes. We also get to see that the heart is not quite up to scratch. So when Jonathan starts pushing the speed and he wants to show up, and someone wants to show, no, I'm better than you, starts pushing to say he has a cardiac arrest or event, and he crashes out of the sky. So it's like, okay, he has to limit. So for now, it seems he has to limit what he can do with his powers. That is the real main story to me. But the bulk of this episode is taken up with this wedding. Does anybody remember the ex-husband of Lana Lang?
No.
Yes,
I don't.
faintly.
Yeah.
Wait, they became ex-husband?
Yeah, remember Lana broke up with him because he was caught cheating. He wasn't really cheating. And then he even in last season he started dating the
reporter.
Yeah, the reporter, yeah. So they
were getting married.
Yeah. So this episode is basically about the preparation for the marriage. As per usual, the hall is not ready. We're going to use your barn. So
of course they use the barn, yeah.
Yeah, use the barn. So it's this big deal. In the end, she gets cold feet at the wedding, doesn't get married, but they still have the party. It's stupid. The whole
they don't get married.
They don't get married.
Party.
Yeah, they have a party. Okay, she doesn't want to marry. We don't. Okay, but guys, that's just to enjoy. It's a whole bullshit. So if the episode is 30 minutes, I can't remember, or an hour. The wedding is about 45 minutes, and you get.
I'm still stuck on this point. She says, "Guy, I'm not going to marry you."
Yeah,
but let's throw the party anyway. And
yeah.
People are dancing and celebrating at that party, and nobody's awkward about it.
Nobody. So,
Dapper, why are you watching this show?
Please, free me. Jordan, after they had a heart attack, Jordan hands over his costume. I don't even know why that's a costume. Hands over his costume to Jonathan. That listen, I'm going to take a step back from superheroing. hands it to Jonathan. Which makes no sense because you're basically wearing jeans, a jacket, and goggles. It's acting like it's like some proper Superman costume. Anyway, Jonathan goes on, does a rescue, gets into trouble, fails, and his dad has to come and rescue him. So his dad has to come out, and the public are not aware that Superman's back. But after this rescue, people start rumoring, no, we saw Superman. So the papers it's still a rumor, but it's now being put in the newspaper that it's Superman back. And that's literally where it ends.
The whole point, yeah.
That people are, realizing that Superman's back. The whole episode is weird, especially the fact that they focus on this wedding that went nowhere. And it's almost like somebody remembered these characters, go, oh crap, we've not done anything with these characters for like God knows half a season. Let's bring them. I had forgotten about this whole
Wait, so they were not in the previous episodes?
No, he wasn't at all. She was, because she works with Lois. So
we're building up to this wedding.
No,
it was just this episode we're getting married.
Yeah. And also Clark is the best. Clark becomes
Why?
the best man. Exactly. Anyway, that's everything I want to talk about this show. There was one weird bit. Her mom, the lady's mom, turns up, the mother-in-law, and she's a mother-in-law who's not happy that she's getting married to this guy. Almost stereotypical, but in the end, she's almost proven right by her not getting married to the guy, and she. It's weird how this character was half stereotype and half a unique turn. But as a weird thing, she was called Miss Beppo, as in Beppo.
Miss what?
Beppo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Do you know who that is in Superman myth?
Beppo is what's this thing called? Is the sailor guy, right?
No.
That's Bebo. That's
Bebo.
Bibo, yes.
Beppo.
Okay, Beppo.
It's Super Monkey. So I was quite surprised that was her surname. Maybe because I had coming back, I was thinking, what's this going to? What is she going to turn into monkey or something? But no, it's just her name. That's it, really. I can't say much. There's nothing much to say beyond
about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many more episodes of this torture? Series do you have to continue watching?
Apparently, it's 10 episodes this season, I think. And that's
Okay.
How many have you?
That's number 4.
How many sessions have you had?
About 4 sessions.
Therefore, we are not watching this show, and it's torture for us to hear you explain what is going on in the show.
I think, as a duty to the podcast, to the 1 or 2 people out there, maybe Carl who's still watching this. I mean, it's almost done. I can take 6 more episodes of this.
You can take 6 more episodes.
Even I get 1 or 2 decent scenes, and I did like the trailer scenes a lot. I won't lie. Good flying scenes, and it was a joyous. Onto the heart attack, it was almost like a very joyous father-son bonding on superpower scene. Way better than Jonathan, who's Ray Moody. Catch you about to say something.
So wait, Jordan is the one that is not Moody, right? Jordan is the one that was human and now has powers.
That's Jonathan. That's Jonathan. Sorry.
So
Jonathan is the one who's now got powers. Who didn't have powers before.
Okay. So Jordan is the one that is the android.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just give this. I can't even think too deep on the score. Let's just give him a 2. I'll give it a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
For Superman and Lois, thank you. So, guys, do you want to do Agatha and Endium of that was gluten, or should we do Penguin first?
Let's do Agatha first. We're already in
the middle of that post ransom here, so let's talk about Agatha.
I won't gloat.
Have we all seen the episode?
I've seen it.
Yeah, Red, did you watch it?
I have, yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah. So, the audience, this episode focusing, like we predicted earlier, each episode is focusing on each character. This episode is focusing on, what's her name again? The Diviner. Lila, the Diviner. Yes. So now, if you've been watching the earlier episode, you'll notice there are several scenes where she's seen in the future. She's talking out of turn. Then this episode brings it full circle. They basically do a time jump episode, And it's kind of a cheat because it allowed them to jump storylines and connect what's this thing called multiple plot points together, giving explanations for what is going on. So even in the episode,
It's a
there are
cheat.
scenes.
Yeah, it's
It's
okay.
a no. It's a good narrative. It's a good
Yeah.
narrative structure. Let me use
Yeah.
that word instead. Okay, yeah, because it allows you to play around with the stories in a different way than because right instead of doing a linear storytelling, we start off the episode with her missing time,
Yeah.
realizing she has given information earlier on to other characters that she's not aware of, and then as she's moving in the episode, she's filling this thing back up. So I think this is the first episode where we know less than what the other characters know
Yeah.
is going on.
Yeah.
So we're constantly confused about what is happening in the show. I mean, what exactly is going on. There's a scene where Lila meets the teen and she's obviously angry at the teen.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
she said, no, you've told us that we've forgiven the guy.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. We're past that.
yeah. And like, wait, what will make you forgive this particular?
Yeah.
So it's like those kind of things happen because we are missing context of what is going on, and then we later get the context filled up and it's explained why she's doing all of that. So for this trial, it's Agatha's trial. Yeah, no, it's not Agatha's. It's
No, that's
Agatha's,
Agatha's
right?
trial. Yeah.
It's Lila's trial, but the subject of our definition is
Oh, it's Lila's trial. It's
It
the
was
tin.
Agatha.
yeah.
It was the tin.
Yeah,
Initially,
because it
they
was
thought it was
Agatha and the
tin
thing that
trial.
enters
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's Lila's trial because.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, sorry,
Lila's
we're all
trial, yeah.
agreed now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's Lila's trial.
Initially, the team thought
Right.
it was his trial or
His
their
trial.
trial.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
he was messing up.
Yes.
Yeah, completely. So this is the first trial actually from the get-go. I actually liked the costumes because they play off
Costumes. Okay.
yeah, they play off
Maleficent.
famous witches and well, witch aside.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Maleficent.
the whole
Yeah.
series is the
They've
whole
been using
series
pop-
though.
all
has
the
been
shows have been
playing
using
on
pop
which
culture there.
trope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this trope I liked
the
it.
brooms, the flight of brooms, the
Tunde is
everything
showing,
has been
Tunde is showing his
the
Tunde
Ouija
is showing his
board.
age. Is the one he can relate to.
You know the
Yeah.
the is it witches of East of what's witches of Eastwick or
So-
what's that?
No,
Yes,
so we had they've done E.T., we've done Wizard of Oz, they've done they did the disco era.
Yeah.
Everyone has been
But,
for pop culture.
when I say
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've heard everything is pop cultural,
Yeah.
but this is the one where the trial itself
Mhm.
felt integral. Like I was invested in what was happening in the
Yes.
trial. Like
Okay.
when we were making the potion, I was like, do faster, let's move on. When they were playing with the Ouija board, it was like,
Yeah.
guys, get over this thing quickly.
I would say
Yeah, I understand.
the same way we said last episode was the best episode. I would say this is the best trial.
Oh, easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the best episode, but it's the best trial.
Yeah.
I would even, I might even argue best episode.
Okay, for me, it's
actually-
second best.
It actually connects all the other trials. Well, it leads Lila
It does.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
to her
does.
own trials. Yeah,
It does.
from the
Because now we
Ouija board and everything. Yeah,
Yeah. So everything, if you've been paying attention, everything Lila's been saying, like she just talks randomly.
Yeah,
She's just
okay.
actually
Random,
talking about
yeah.
what is going on in this
Yeah.
particular episode, and then
Yeah.
connecting it to her past,
Yes.
where she's at very first training session,
Where
and
she's
then
brought
trying
into-
to bring that full
yeah.
circle. So yeah, the trial is basically tarot cards,
Yeah.
and this tarot cards thing, it's a very good trope of magical this thing, divination and all of that. If you've read any magical story, when they use tarot cards, it's usually used as a tool for predicting the future, and they use it to tease story points that is going to happen. And because of how epic sounding it is, you can say of nonsense, and it sounds, oh, this is epic. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have the team trying to read it terribly. We have
Yes.
Agatha faking it, and then the team makes a comment here in this particular episode, which I would like it if it's true. he questions if Agatha has even done this trial before.
Yeah, he says that. Have you even done the road before?
Has
She
she even
looked at
done the road
surprised.
before?
I
She
think
looked
I
a bit
think I think they're
surprised.
signaling. I think they're signaling something for us there when they ask that question.
Yeah,
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 because for one of the problems we've been having with this show is that Agatha has supposedly gone through this road before, and she's not acting.
Looks like she's winging it.
Yeah, she looks
very
like she's
much,
winging it, like
very much
she's just
so.
acting off completely. So yeah, if that is true, it will make me retroactively forgive a lot of some of the issues I had with earlier episodes. But
And
then,
can I
yeah,
get part on that? When he said that, do you know what came to my mind?
What?
That did Agatha previously go on this road and just absorb everybody's powers, kill them all, and left?
I don't left without. No,
It's
but
possible.
can you live without?
Maybe
Completing the road.
maybe certain
Yeah,
powers. Maybe there's a loophole that I don't know, but it started giving in this woman, because she was the only one who survived apparently.
Yeah.
apparently, yeah.
Yeah. So and
So
look what's happening already.
yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, this is the first episode I actually now believe that the dead are dead.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah. In the previous episode, I've been taking their deaths with levity because the show was not very serious. Like,
yeah,
oh, it's
yeah.
not. There's no way these people are actually dead. They're coming back. They're coming back. But in this episode,
Because yeah,
yeah,
like Lila's death had purpose. It had
it had
meaning.
weight to
Yes,
it.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
It had history. It had context.
Yeah.
Because even at the beginning, when she's sitting down for her first trial or her induction or whatever, and she's like, she keeps talking about she's falling.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
can I talk about that shot?
Very,
Of her
very
falling.
good.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love that
that's
shot.
the death
Upside down,
reverse,
falling
Yeah,
tower
down.
reverse, yeah, transformation. She turns it like
So
it's
good.
beautiful.
Yeah.
No,
So
that
good.
scene is it's
Yeah.
great. It's
And
great.
she ends up falling, but not the way she expected. Like
Yes.
falling
Yeah.
to the was falling upward. Very, very well done.
Even okay, sorry. Even
Let me just say one more thing about the trial.
go.
Today you mentioned about tarot cards. This is
Yeah.
the first, maybe the first or second series or movie that I've seen them used very well and explained very well. The way she was breaking it down, she was like, "This is your beginning. This is where you're coming from. This is where you're going. These are things that you're going to face here. This is why you need to do
looks
this."
like they had
And she does all.
Sounds like they
the
had
what?
a real witch. They sound like they had a real witch.
Yeah,
consult.
this was researched. Yeah, this was researched. Yeah,
100%.
I think so.
What was
It
the
was-
other show that you?
I'm
talking
trying to
about?
remember. Oh, it's not even a show. Sorry, I apologize. No, it's not a show. It's the first Sherlock Holmes, the Guy Ritchie one, when
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's like the this for this guy, and he's kind of breaking it down because I'm like, it sounds familiar where someone is breaking down the different steps, and I was like,
Yeah.
it was I really even took it back to like I wanted to be like, okay, wait, say that again. Okay, yeah, this is the start. This is what the trials you need to face. This is where you're going. I was like, okay, this is intelligently done. I'm on board with this. Sorry that
Yeah,
I interrupted
like-
you.
No, I just wanted to say, because you were talking about the tarot card, I also like the dramatic ending when they put the tower reversed card,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and the actual tower reversed and the sword.
And everything's switched. That shot is good.
And she got rid of the seven.
Covered. Yeah, the Salem 7.
Yeah, Salem 7.
One more thing I'll say about the tarot cards is that I've liked it from a book series before Malazan. They play a lot around the tarot cards, and it's usually used as a tool of what's this thing called foreshadowing.
Okay.
So it's like they'll explain, the person will do a reading, it will foreshadow what's going on, and this show does that very, very well here. Like the way it foreshadows plot points, like, oh, these people are coming in and all of that, and the way she's reading it, like the confidence she's using to read it. It's like, this is a master at work.
That's it.
And,
it was a master at work.
The competence was there.
Competence master, And then the fact that the theme of this show is like she has been trying to avoid her death, her own death. So that additional meaning of that she's choosing to face her death. She already knew how she was going to die. she realized it in this moment, and our own journey is just to accept that. Then tying into the beginning where she was actively running away from that, the reason why she let the power wither away was because she was trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
So bringing this journey full circle for Lila, I think Lila becomes one of I think the only character I've seen that has a proper complete arc so far.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah,
character.
I
The
have
best
I have
arc
a,
I've
I have a
seen. Yeah,
random question.
Good.
yeah.
Good.
For Lila's first lesson, was that
Yeah.
a monastery? Was that a church woman, or was it
It
No, it looked like
Ancient
it looked
place.
like a pilgrim or something. Oh. It looked like
Yeah.
one of these
old
Was
school.
it Pilgrim?
old
I thought it was
school.
like ancient Greece or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So that
It looked like
that's
Sicily or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
that's what I had.
okay? You got okay. Not
European, old school
not a
European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Setting. I
Okay.
love that scene. I won't lie. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
I literally wanted more of this episode, like drawn
Yo,
out to see about girl.
exactly. Like, I don't know why they saved these last 2 episodes. We could have just deleted those 3 episodes that
Well,
came
we don't know
before.
we don't know what's coming. We don't know what's coming next, though. So don't.
Can I make some
Yeah.
comments that I had
Yeah.
here? In
Go
this
ahead.
episode, Billy was very angry. He had a
I didn't
more.
get that. So I didn't get
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So you felt that as well.
I felt it. I don't know why he was.
Yes. So I said, oh, okay, you're no longer being very nice. You seem to be
The placid,
full
yeah.
of anger, and then he also then seems to have beef with his mom, which again came out of nowhere to me. And
Oh, did he have
hopefully-
beef with his mom?
He
Yeah,
has beef with his
no,
mom.
he made a comment. Oh, he made a comment about his mom. She's not my mom, and he said it with Venom
Oh,
and anger. And I was wondering, okay,
To
no, I think he was
fair.
referring to Wanda, wasn't
Yeah,
Wanda,
Wanda is his mom.
yeah.
He
Wanda
said
is
she's
the mom.
not. Wanda is not my mom.
Yeah.
he? Yeah, Wanda is not my mom. Not no, Wanda
Yeah,
isn't
he's-
his mom.
Wanda is
Wanda
his
is-
mom.
No,
Wanda's his
allow me
mom.
to explain what I mean. What I mean when I
Yeah,
say Wanda.
he's saying Wanda is not my mom. My mom is William Kaplan's mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
That
exactly.
raised me.
Yeah, but no, it didn't. You joined that family 3 years ago.
So
Wait,
there's
so-
also some
Yeah, go on.
confusion for him. Like this episode shows that
Okay.
even Billy is not clearly divided between William Kaplan
William and Billy.
and
Right.
Billy.
So this
Like
goes,
I thought there was a clean break, but it feels more like
and this is why I went back to my because like one here is I'll go back to that car crash.
yeah.
At no point did I never felt that William had died. Sorry, I don't get the right name. Yeah, I never felt William had died.
William had died, yeah.
Yeah, because what killed him? And if he had died, why would you go in there and make that body wake up again anyway?
It was like when the spirit escaped, he entered it for the first time. My
No,
power.
No, the body is dead.
The body.
The
Yeah.
body is dead. Why are you? How are you saying it? I think he was unconscious and he just imprinted on top of whatever was there.
We don't know for sure.
I felt William died, to be honest.
Exactly.
Died of what?
Like
No,
that
it
was
could be
like his
trauma, any
spirit
kind of
left his
blood
body
force trauma.
and his own
Wasn't it-
spirit inhabited him. He possessed the body.
I
get that.
Body was
What I'm
dead,
saying
they'll
is,
bring it back to life.
are you now saying him coming there brings the body back to life?
Yes, that's what they are saying.
You can
the
bring
soul
the
had
dead
left
body
magic.
back
it
to
was a husk. So it probably, you know what? I see your point now. I
I get what that is saying, but
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
trope has happened so much. This is a
It's-
shortcut
it's
trope.
exactly. So I've never really
Like it happens a lot.
There's no shortage of freshly dead bodies that he could have jumped into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but that was the one available.
but
That was the closest one.
There was a timing. I guess there was a
Yeah.
timing, like a timing issue.
Yeah.
Because
And-
Billy clearly does not have any of William's memories.
He doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So him now saying,
yeah, but he has
No.
been with his family for 3 years.
But he's lived with
And
this
he-
person for 3 years.
I live with Wanda for
For 1 week.
No,
No.
remember that they
No,
were.
actually, that's true.
Yeah, he's
He
grown.
has lived with Wanda for 1 week.
3-4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah,
That's-
so
Exactly.
Yeah, but
And
I think the anger he needs to say it.
Because no, his anger is about what happened to his brother, and Wanda has been around post that thing, and she hasn't done anything to help. She's either completely unaware of what went on with his own soul and his brother's soul, and
Where's
she's happy like
Where's
yeah.
Wanda?
Where's Wanda, basically?
Wait, the same Wanda that was trying to destroy the whole multiverse to bring back her kids.
To bring kids.
please,
does he know this?
Does he know that?
Does he know?
He doesn't know that.
His soul that was floating around. What was he doing?
It was entering.
Wait. Sorry, what?
His soul that was floating around anyhow, and
floating around. He just floated into one body.
In the end of WandaVision.
Yes.
Which souls were shattered to Wanda? Was it?
No. That wait.
Some other multiverse versions.
Wait. I understand where you're coming from. However,
I will slap this kid, man.
Those people have lost. I know that there's been I don't want to say continuity break here.
Yeah.
Because clearly, when the dome fell from Westview, yes, and all the constructs that all the reality constructs that Wanda made, dissipated or whatever, including the twins.
Yes.
Right? So their souls were released or whatever.
Yep.
Now, remember that Aubrey Plaza said that magic will pick the path of least resistance.
Yes.
Whichever one is closest is what it's going to grab.
Okay,
So that is probably why where's the closest human male child?
Okay, yeah.
I can possess.
Yeah.
Okay, so jumps into this guy. At the end of WandaVision, where she's hearing those kids in this thing, those ones clearly made a mistake in this. Let me not say a mistake, but
we don't know the explanation.
Well, there's an easy cop out. It could be kids from another because
from the multiverse that she's hearing.
From the multiverse that she's hearing, because she's searching for versions of her kids and not the ones she actually lost.
That she actually had.
So I wasn't around last week. Why do we know why Lila plays the sigil on him?
Oh, thank God. That question was typed it out. That sigil still not fully explained to me why there was a need for it.
She wanted
based on everything she said. Okay, go ahead.
She was saying something about protecting him
from
like.
So she knew that his
lifeline.
His lifeline will
be caught.
Yeah. But fine. Why did you need the sigil? I don't get it. Was the sigil for yourself or was it for the kids? I'm really not clear on that whole sigil business. Unless there's more to be explained. I really don't.
No, but the sigil has been the sigil plot has been fully resolved already. So I'm not sure if there's.
It's gone away.
It's
gone away, but I still don't.
It's not clear to me though.
I don't really see the need for why
she placed it here.
So that's the thing about all these divination or forecasting characters.
Yeah.
I can see the future, and I know that you are going to die in the future, but to protect you, I'm going to put this on your mouth like this, so that not one that was that Agatha or whoever you try to tell, you can't verbalize it. Right,
yes.
so
protecting him from Agatha, basically.
But Agatha figured it out almost immediately
from the get-go. Agatha knew.
And we now know that he knew who Agatha was. There was nothing really.
There was no
he
protection.
Went there with full knowledge of what he was going to do.
Yeah.
So, I'm unclear on the sigil business personally.
Yeah.
It seemed like a good thing in the beginning.
The only thing I'm thinking of is that
was for her. Could it have been for her?
That's what I'm thinking.
For her because she was afraid.
So she was afraid
what Billy would find out in future and come at her for that. Oh, I met this witch before that has seen this dead. And two, to help Billy settle into that body easily. Like I don't know. I first suspected that the sigil was what cleared the memories completely and not just the death. But yeah, that's my own headcanon.
Did she know this witch's road was going to happen? That she didn't want. She was scared of dying.
No, you see,
I think she was scared of dying
because she finally what we found in this last episode, she finally accepted it that she was going to die.
Right.
Okay, so she could have been scared of dying and used it to cover up any interaction.
Like maybe
Actually,
or maybe Billy not even going down the witch's road if he can't speak or if doesn't know who he is and doesn't remember anything.
Guys, something occurred to me.
Yeah.
What's that?
When that sigil, obviously when he gave the sigil to him, he forgot, she forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when they was in the car, just before the accident happened, he brought it out again. Or was it just after? He brought that thing and it lit up in his hand.
So you see, so that part's confusing to me because he dropped his jacket, he left his jacket, and they were looking for him. I don't even know when they handed him the jacket.
No, she came out.
She came out and said that somebody's jacket.
Yeah.
And
So
they
what I'm
found
saying
him.
is,
She said somebody she didn't know who it was, right?
when
We
he
know
took
who
that
it
thing,
was.
so when he took
Yeah.
that thing out in the car,
Yeah.
that was just before the accident, right? Just before the
Yeah,
accident.
Yes.
that was before the
Yeah.
accident.
Could that be the purpose that okay, I'm going to do this to suppress William's memories to allow Billy to
Yes.
come in?
Billy coming. That was my initial thought as well.
So
But
she
it wasn't made
preempted. So she
clear.
preempted. Okay. She
Of course.
preempted Billy.
Yeah, because she knew something that Billy was coming in.
Coming. Yeah.
So
So
how
it's
do
almost
you
like
explain?
it's almost like a snake
Yeah,
eating
like
its own tail.
on an unavoidable
Yeah.
future. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And our
okay.
own story is basically a snake. This episode makes
Yes.
our entire story a snake story from the beginning to the end. Like
Yeah.
from that very first lesson was our very last lesson.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there's that. One more big thing from
Okay.
this episode. We learn who Aubrey Plaza is.
That
And
was
that's
yeah,
his
the
death.
reveal.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I knew about this a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'd read about it. A few
You
weeks
read
back.
it up about it, right?
But my question here is,
What difference does it make?
well, are we talking actual
Dead.
the personification of death, like we've seen in comics level kind of death?
That is what I believe.
And yes, okay.
Yes.
And if that is so, this is the person that Agatha has been dating. Are you telling us?
Yes. Yes. It makes sense.
And Agatha knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agatha
I'm
knows.
telling you.
Because when Lila
when
told her, she was like,
Agatha
yeah.
that, that's not your son. That he's not your son.
But my problem
Clearly,
with it is that
She still she claimed the cause of their breakup. It sounds like is because Ross or Death, whoever took Agatha's son, because Agatha's son is supposed to be dead, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
took Agatha's son, and that's the cause of their breakup. And then Agatha, when she was trying to make out with her, and so so again, did Agatha know that Billy Maximoff was not her son?
that what?
Did she know that Billy Maximoff wasn't her son? Because
Straight from the she knew from the
She
start.
knew,
right? Okay, so why is it that when Death now told her, Aubrey Plaza now said, he's not your son, Agatha, she kind of froze when they were about
She was just pretending.
No, she wasn't pretending. Okay, I'm not sure she knew from the
I got it from the beginning. She was hopeful
that it could be
that it could be her son back.
But when Agatha and
Yeah.
Billy were walking, Agatha said, I knew it was you, even with the sigil.
Yeah, that was after Death told her.
No, Agatha said, I
No,
always
no.
knew. I said, I always knew. Agatha said, I knew.
Agatha could be lying.
I think that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there was clearly a period where she was really worried about him, trying to protect him and all that. And then Audrey said, "Oh, madam."
What if that was the pretense?
But to what end? To what end? To what end?
So, again.
And then when Audrey told her that oh God, that's not your picking. I can't clear. And even her whole attitude shifted.
Yeah.
You know.
And then we had the whole episode with when she actually met her son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So met her son. What do you mean met her son?
The second ghost.
Oh, Nicholas Scratch. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
Where oh, yeah. In the okay.
In the Ouija board business.
Okay. So does that mean Scratch is dead in this world?
Yeah. At least it's a ghost.
We can't tell yet. He's dead, but we don't know how he's going to turn up with it.
If you, the mom, are having your side chick or your main chick is deaf, and your son everything's up in the air now, and we're talking about
is he really dead?
You're bringing souls back from souls are floating around in the air anyhow. You know this whole thing. Maybe Scratch will now wake up into this body later. Who knows?
So when they were doing the Ouija board was actually talking about the Green Witch, or talking about death. Agatha wasn't death.
It actually said death.
It said death. They spelled death. Well, I thought they were talking about Agatha. I didn't know who it was. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Well, yeah. But Aubrey Plaza's death, it makes sense.
But again,
I guess
you still don't know where she's disappeared to.
Yeah.
Of course, she's not dead. She's just
Aubrey's not dead now.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm just like talking if she's dead.
We clearly need and should be getting some more background into her.
Yeah.
And how this came about
Yeah.
and what how Agatha managed to toast her.
Yeah.
I don't understand all these kind of things, but
We'll see.
yeah, we will see. When I say that argument, and as far as I understand, this is a new mythos for MCU. This is
No.
nothing.
No, it's not. She's clearly hell.
She's
You
what?
think she's hell? You think she's hell? Not.
Yes.
This question I was asking earlier. Is this death?
Oh hell.
Death in Marvel is hell. Like
No,
that's who the mistress of death that Thanos toasts. That's who I'm taking out for. That's hell.
No.
Why are you calling her hell?
That's
It's
death.
EL.
No, that's Asgardian
Wait,
god of death.
That's Asgardian.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they're
sorry.
two different people. No.
Yeah.
Thanos,
So okay.
mistress, the person he was killing for is death.
Yeah. So this is the Thanos death.
Yeah.
So when I say this is not mythos in the comics, I mean in terms of Harkness, from what I know of, never had anything to do with
Death.
unless I've missed something. So I'm just I think it's new, this relationship,
Yeah.
and it's quite
I will
interesting.
say-
Okay. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we'll see how it develops. Like, it's interesting. See the way we are talking about Agatha. This is the way we're breaking down WandaVision at some point in time. After we go to our initial issues. So it shows they are clearly doing something right. And yeah, I don't mind. I'm looking forward a bit to the next episode. I want to figure out what is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want more background. That's what I want. I want more background. I
How
don't
many
know
more
anyone.
episodes do we have?
Trials are done, right? The trials are all done.
No, we've not had
No.
the Things trial. We've not had the
No.
Greenwich trial.
No.
Death trial. You want to do death trial?
She's in the coven.
No, who's
Why?
who's running the witch's road? Maybe it's even death.
That's even a good question. Why is Death a witch?
Exactly. She's probably not a witch.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the fact is the original Greenwich.
She probably owns the witch's road. That's what she says.
You see, yeah, okay. I would like to say to spin that. Green witch is somebody who uses. What's a green witch? Plants life.
Plants, fauna, yeah. A flora.
Flora. Okay.
So the final 2 episodes will be released tomorrow. Yes.
Oh,
No,
they're
the
dropping
rest,
2 episodes at once?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So the finale is tomorrow.
Exactly. So
Oh, wow.
7 episodes. We've seen
you guys
5.
are already in the AM. What's the time?
Yeah. That's Wednesday. On Wednesday.
Okay,
Oh,
you guys
he's a
are already on
Tuesday already.
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's a Wednesday show.
It's Monday for me.
2 days and Tuesday. I'm Wednesday.
Yes.
I'm actually Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Time
is good.
difference.
Okay.
Okay. So do we want to rate this episode? That will go first.
I like this a lot, actually. I won't lie. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
I'm hesitating. I don't know why I'm hesitating. I don't want to give it a 4, but I've really enjoyed this a lot. So I'm going to go 3.9 on this one.
Okay. All right.
I'll give it 3.5.
Okay. Text.
I'm trying to remember what I gave last week. I think I gave last week maybe a 3.8 or 3.9. That's still my favorite episode. I'm going to give this a 3.7.
Wow. I'm going to score this the highest. A 4.
Yeah,
I like this.
Because you said because you did say you thought you're not sure now whether this is the best one or the one before.
Yeah,
I
this
still
is my
think-
best episode.
Okay. Oh, this is your best. Okay.
This is my best episode.
I'm still putting the William one slightly.
Over
above
this.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this has too much Agatha for me to put it. She's still, honestly, man. She's
And you should see the way the internet has gone wild over this last episode. They are like, oh, Jay Schaefer should take over the entire MCU TV show. They should give everything to her. That she has done WandaVision well. She has done this one well. She
Yeah, but
deserves
remember,
everything.
but it's still not tight.
It's not
We've
tight.
not seen. We need
It's
to
not
see the last
It's
2.
3
That's
episodes
how
of
Yeah.
Flash.
Those
And
3
then-
episodes were very, yeah.
My bed is looking safer and safer week by week.
I don't think so. I don't know what to
That's
say
all.
now. I don't know whether to wish it flops.
But I can remember the finale of WandaVision didn't end well. So
No, you're right. You're very right.
yeah,
You're
like
very right.
it started poorly, it went up really well, and then the ending was so.
Yeah.
Let's hope she has learned lessons from that and knows how to end the series well.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
certainly have.
To us, I did not even realize that they're dropping both
Yeah,
this week. So okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that's a good idea. That's a really good idea to do that. So
yeah.
I'm pleased.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, moving on.
Yes.
The Penguin
I've not
episode.
caught up on Penguin yet.
It's just behind.
Right. Wow.
So I started, but I've not finished. So I'm going to.
This episode. Okay. Dakobo, I'm sure you finished this particular episode.
Oh, of course I did. Of course.
Yes. The Golden Summit.
Oh, yes.
That's the title of the episode.
Okay, so until you just mentioned it now, when the show started, I saw that title.
Yeah.
It meant nothing to me.
But at the end.
But until you mentioned now, I know. Oh, now I know why they called it that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So yes, this episode we kicked this off from last week episodes, but thankfully there's a small time skip. The drugs are now going very well. The
Correct,
mushrooms.
yes, correct.
Oh,
again,
time skip forward.
Yes.
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 Maybe a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So again, whoever directed that last episode, or whoever wrote that last episode, really fumbled the ball. I'm not sure it's the same team that did it, but yeah, whatever. This episode skips forward. They are now underground. They are fully set up underground. They are making drugs by the truckload. Like it feels like he already has enough, and is now selling to all the lesser gang players in the city. We are shown a map of all the local smaller gangs below the Maronis and the is it Gigante we'll call them or Falcones, whatever their name is called right now. So we have like the Odessa mob, well, the Irish, basically the Irish guy, the black guys, the Chinese guys, and what are the lady boys?
No, the boys. They are called the boys.
They are called the boys. Yeah. And so we have all these lesser groups that they are selling their drugs to. And apparently it's going well for them. They are making money. Victor is making money. So I'll first start off with Victor's story arc here. Victor's story arc is dealing with the bully that we saw last episode.
Yeah.
Who starts questioning that, where are you getting this your money from? I know you are working for us, like I want to meet us, or I will go and tell Falcone that this is where you are. So that's going on. For what's her name? Sophia. Yes. She's made an alliance with Marone, and the families are basically joined together now. And they are looking for us. And then we get to a scene where they are looking for us in his apartment, and they're like, this guy has nothing I can use to hurt him. His brothers are dead. His mother is dead. His father is dead. Like, I want to hurt him the way he has hurt me. And so they are trying to fight me. And like, yeah, when they mentioned that the mother is dead, even Sophia thought the mother was dead. Like, apparently, this is something he has hidden completely from everybody. Yes. So she goes on the streets looking for him. She's trying to find the prostitute that what's this thing called that supplied the So in a twist, one of them leads her to her, the Eva, right? I think it's her name. Eve, yes.
Yeah.
And Eve was like, you know what? Instead of you harassing my girls, I'd rather we just meet. And this is some of the best acting. Like this show has consistently good acting. So all these things are just the best. But the conversation between Sophia and Eve was so well done. Like this was one of the very tense conversation scenes I've had in this show, because I was every moment of every step of the conversation, I was unsure what was going to happen next, and you could feel the fear Eve had in navigating that conversation, and yet the poise she's using to manage the conversation. Even when Sophia comments that you are very good at getting people to do what you want to do, what you want them to do. You can see it in everything Eve is saying. Like they start having a conversation about us. She tries to explain her relationship to us, to Eve, to Sophia in a way Sophia can understand. Like, and she makes a comment that Sophia's morality is so black and white because she's rich and she can afford that. That she's not particularly in love with us, but like there are many things to each other. So it's like she's giving this salaye to make it very reasonable for her not to kill her because she's clearly begging for her life. But she's doing it in a way that is not so obvious, would I say?
I don't think she's
Yeah.
begging. I honestly don't even think she's begging for her life, if I'm being honest.
She was scared to die.
No, she was scared to die, but she wasn't begging for her
Yeah.
life.
She was
Yeah.
not begging per se, like, oh, please don't kill me.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was in that. It was basically, listen, I know the next move for you is to kill me.
Yeah.
Rather than you hurting my girls to get to me, I told my girls to lead you to me.
Yeah.
So listen, and you got to remember. Oh, okay. I guess you're going to touch on that. At this point in time, Eve believes this lady is the hangman, who's been killing a lot of her ladies previously.
Yeah.
So she's going, listen, okay. It's almost like she's sacrificing herself. Yeah, she doesn't want to die, but she's expecting fully that she will die.
She will die.
Yeah.
And then she's managing the conversation in a way that, okay, you know what, let me try and get the best possible outcome.
Yes.
From this conversation, while still challenging this clearly, like from Eve's perspective, she's challenging this clearly serial killer, dangerous woman, obviously, that has come here to kill you. So there's a lot of courage in what Eve is doing as well.
It's a lot of courage. Let's not even joke about it. And I think even her girls showed a lot of courage. The ones that
even approaching,
No, not the one that approached, because she was told to approach. I mean, the one so basically, she was asking a lot of the girls, have you seen Eve? Have you seen Eve? And they all say, no, I don't know who the hell is, don't know who that is. And then this one just calls over, hey, I might be able to help you. I know where Eve is. But it was Eve that told her, collect some money. Pretend collect some money so at least you have some money. And then bring her to my... So she just opens the door. She sees it gone. She's coming. And she's her normal self now. She's not all glammed up as she normally is. She's like in slacks and Eve, I think somebody goes, oh, this is an interesting look. I've never seen you like this before.
And like talking about it, like there's like the conversation between them is a conversation between women that have been used by powerful men. They also touch on that a bit without it being created. That they remark on how they got to where they were. Eve's relationship with us, Sophia's relationship with us and Falcone, and how they got there. So by the time Sophia explains to Eve that, hey, I'm not the Hangman. Oz knew about this. Oz used this to get his promotion. Like Oz knew the person that killed your girls. Because
but
Eve is clearly angry.
Did Oz know? Oh yeah.
Oz knows.
I remember.
Yeah. So Oz knows, and Sophia has been, Eve has been very angry with Sophia because some of the girls that were killed were girls she knows and were friends with before. And also coming to realize that Oz knew that these are your friends, and it is not Sophia that killed them, it is Carmen, and he didn't tell her despite all their relationship. She feels very betrayed by that. So
but Oz is not a snitch.
He's a slime ball.
Yeah,
I agree, but Oz is not going to tell his babe.
No, but put it this way, Kex. What Oz did was tell his babe, don't worry, I've sorted it out. I've caught her hangman. I've caught her. I've set her to. I'll revenge your girls. So that's the way he's
that's the way that's the way the story is framed. That he got this promotion of casting the Hangman.
He's slime.
And this episode makes it clear, especially when they were in his house, and when Maroni was going, this guy has got nobody that I can actually punish. And Sophia said that is his greatest strength. His lack of anybody.
He would use anybody and everybody.
That's his strength.
I think one thing this show has done really well is none of these people have any redeeming factors. You root for them for different things. Okay, get revenge, but you're not going to root for them because, I like this guy. This person is a good guy. There's nobody there that is good. You can okay, maybe he needs to get revenge for what's her name? She needs to get revenge for getting sent to prison, but she's not a good person for her brother. But you're not going to look at that like, I want her to ride into the
for you to succeed.
Or ride into the sunset. But good.
One thing I've started to realize when you're looking at this kind of world these people live in, forget our morality. Let's put our morality.
No, it doesn't exist. No.
One second. These guys are doing a job. It's almost like me going to 9 to 5. Them killing A to get to B to get to C. Most of them, apart from cycles, to them it's not a job. It's like
you putting a business plan together.
It's a task, a job. They don't see it in the way me or you will still see it as.
No, but let me put it like this.
Okay.
It's like that for them, but shows like this, I was talking about this earlier on the chat. Shows like this, they tend to try to make these characters likable to the audience.
Yes.
No matter how bad the atrocity they commit is, you end up falling in love
having some form of empathy
for the character. Like take Breaking Bad, for example. There are some people that still like Walter White to the very end of the show. This guy is a bad guy.
He was a monster. He was a monster.
He was an absolute monster if you look at his actions. But the way the show is presented, some people go away with the feeling of, I like the guy because he's the protagonist. Here, these guys are giving the same protagonist story. I mean, they have very genuine reasons for their actions. They're not out and out evil. But the show is very clear to make sure these are not people you like.
They're not people. They're not
good guys.
The show is basically a CBM version of Tony Soprano. I mean, sorry, Oz is basically a version of Tony Soprano.
No.
It's worse than Tony.
No. Tony was not a good person at all.
Tony was not a good person, but Tony
was likable.
He was likable.
Yeah, but it's Oz. It's Oz.
Oz, you don't.
He's not likable.
Like you can have a beer with Tony. You know Tony's a piece of, but you know that you can.
I think I like Oz sometimes because I like
Okay, let's put like this. You can see into Tony Soprano's head and justify some of the shit he does. Some of it. There's no way you are looking into Oz's head and saying, I justify what you are doing in any shape, way, or form.
That guy will switch on you.
True.
Yeah.
But you know what?
He adapts to bad situations.
Yeah, one thing that Oz lacks that Tony had is, despite Tony being a bad guy, Tony had empathy for a lot.
Because he has family. Because he has family.
So he had people that ultimately he was trying to protect. He was trying to be accountable.
So you're still saying the same
Oz
thing.
doesn't have that.
Yeah. So Tony still has some things you can identify with. Okay. Oz, nothing.
Oz actually does.
Absolutely nothing.
Oz has that hustler spirit. He loves his mom. At the end of the day,
he's going to sell. At the end of the day, he's either going to sell Victor out, or he's going to betray Victor, or he's going to cut Victor loose.
Why not?
Oh no, I don't see them ending up on the same side.
Why not? If it serves his needs, Victor will be gone.
For me, Victor has been a dead man walking since the entire show. Since Victor took that deal with him, he has been a dead man walking as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. But now, so there's that going on. So where was I at? She had that conversation with Eve. And like I said, one of the best scenes in this particular episode. Stand out. It's like there are some conversations I've watched in shows that are very, very good.
I want to come back to this point later on, but you carry on.
Which one?
The point about the speech you're saying and how it's the best.
I haven't said it yet. So.
I want to come back to this point, but I don't stop your flow now. You carry on.
To this, no, because I'm moving on to understand. That's why I'm pausing here.
Yeah, I want to bring it back because I want to make an overall point about this episode.
About this episode, okay,
yeah.
Okay. Then we move on to. She takes revenge on Ozzy's boy. So Oz is now selling drugs by the other gangs.
Yeah.
Then she kills a couple of those gang boys, and they all stop selling through us. Like they're afraid because the Maronis and the Gigantes, they have the biggest muscle in the city.
Okay.
Obviously, they've been
Right.
controlling crime for a while. Yeah.
Please. Again, this statement you made. I'll come back to
Yeah,
that in a
you'll
minute.
come back to that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they have the biggest mob, the biggest, I was like looking down, manpower in the city, and every other gang, they apparently hate themselves, so they cannot work together. Like they
That's
even
not true.
us when he's selling drugs to them, he's selling. He doesn't let one know that he's selling to the other person as well. He's like, he will tell the person, I'm selling to you, but let's keep it secret. Don't tell anybody where you're getting your stuff from, and that kind of thing. So when they all choose to stop working with him because they found out that she has killed this person, the next move Oz makes is that, you know what, all my guys that are working for me, take this drug out for one night and sell it for free. Give it out for free everywhere. Let's go and create demand
Yeah,
for
get them hooked up. I think
get
that's where
everybody
it stopped.
hooked on
Yeah.
this particular drug, and let them come and see who will be selling to them for it. Because this high is supposed to be the best high. So after doing that, they all the smaller bosses just calling back and say, okay, you know what, let's like they are angry at him for doing that, and that. He calls a summit meeting of all the small bosses.
Okay.
And yes, they make the same statement everybody that has met us in this show has made. Like, why would we work with you? You have betrayed everybody you've ever worked with.
And
Like,
it'll be
there's
like,
no,
well, you know, I did it
you
because I
know,
had to.
yeah.
Psycho.
And he goes like, yes, I did it. Like, it comes out fully like, yes, I killed Alberto. I started this whole gang war because I want to make money, because I want to be on top. Then it now reframes the story like those guys don't respect you. When they killed your boys, they don't know your name or anything. They don't care about you. So do you want to continue? Would you rather continue where you are right now or join together with me? Let's take them on. He never answers why he won't betray them in this particular, just to be clear. He never says that, oh, I won't betray you. He makes it
Yeah.
clear that that's my ethos. My ethos is I'm going to make as much as I'm working to get to the top.
No, yeah, no, I think his selling point was
Yes. And it
you,
works.
you guys will earn,
Yeah, you make money.
and you make money. Your name will be known, unlike before, when nobody knew
Yeah.
who you were. That
Yeah.
that was basically his pitch to them.
Yeah. And that's a good straightforward. Like nobody would have believed him if he says anything else than
Yeah.
that.
Fair,
So
fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you get even in this particular, you get why, despite how much everybody hates him, they work with him because he
And
makes money.
It makes
yeah,
money.
let's not forget, he has these products. Yes.
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 And he has this product now in this particular case. So even the triads, everybody, they agree to come an alliance. And this is where we see the first step in crowning Oz
Yeah.
as king
So
over
this is the golden summit, and this is why it's called the golden
the Golden Summit.
summit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that is happening. Oz is crowned as king. We get to Victor's story with the bully.
With squid.
Yeah. So he tries to bribe the bully off that, hey, let me give you some money, and Oz will be paying you weekly. So you don't
Okay.
sleep. And I was like, no, you this small boy. I know you that you're not trying to steal tires for me. I have to see your boss. Victor tells him that Oz will kill you. And the guy says, no, I must see him. Take me to him. Victor says he's not around though. He said, no, I will wait for him for hours. And then he says, okay, let's go. And Victor kills him, turns around and shoots him in cold blood. Like
I've
so
not seen that part, but that was even a risky move for
for Victor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Why?
us could kill. Like, why would you bring somebody to me?
No,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was never going to bring him to him now.
Yeah, that was not gonna happen.
Oh, it's Victor that killed him, not us that killed him.
Yeah,
Okay.
Victor kills him.
Yeah.
Victor kills
Okay.
him as they are going. Like he turns around and shoots him, and like we see
So
Victor is
even Victor is descending into
yes.
Well, it was pushed. To be fair, he tried to buy the guy off. The guy took the money, threw on the
Threw it
floor
away.
in a very. It was physically pushed, bullying him as well.
there's always a tipping point. There's always that.
I just feel,
Yeah,
and
but
Right.
yeah, okay.
He killed him. It's okay. He's dead. Like nobody's going to mourn this guy's death, basically.
Yeah.
And then we get to the end of the scene. Oh, there's one particular story point, but I'll just skip it. Is Victor's mom. and the lack of power in the house and his relationship with Victor. I mean, not Victor, Oz's mom. His
Oz's mom,
a
yeah.
relationship with Victor and Oz is going on through the entire episode. So in the last episode, the top power is turned on in the apartment they're staying in because they not had power for a while. She's dancing with Victor, and then we see Sophia walking. And Sophia, because Sophia doesn't even know Victor, I mean, Oz as a mom.
Yes.
Yes, because what's her name again? Eve only
Eve.
gives her the address of where
Oz's.
Ozzy stay because yeah. And here's the thing, and that's the beautiful part about that scene. When she was sure Sophia was going to kill her, she didn't give up that address.
Yeah, she didn't
It
give
was
up.
when Sophia decides to walk away, like, you know what, I'm not killing, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And walks away. She
Yeah.
now tells her that this is where Oz is staying, out
Yeah.
of anger for us hiding the
Telling
death of
her
our
about
friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was another
Yeah.
dynamic that I saw. I didn't finish watching it, but when
Yeah.
there was no power and the mom was getting antsy,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Victor actually found a way to calm the mom down and said the elder brother had gone
To get.
Yeah.
was
and-
lost it.
Yeah, he lost it.
Yeah. Because the brothers are dead.
Yeah.
And I think when they were alive,
Yes.
they
the mom-
were well regarded.
Yes.
compared
that-
to him.
Oz
Yes.
wasn't. It was
Yes.
Yes.
So like it's just me
yeah.
and you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
His ways like, oh look, you didn't respect me. Like I love you,
Yeah.
but now you're gonna respect me. I'm like, you have no other choice. It's me.
Yeah. That relationship is very
It's well, for somebody who's got nobody else, you can see probably why and how it's a very toxic relationship.
But the
Yeah.
mom, even the mom, forgets her forgetfulness. Even she's not normal.
Oh no,
Remember-
she's not.
She's like, she's good. She's not.
she's scum as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a scene where she tells us to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
Like,
part where
that's
she's like,
on that part. Yeah. I want you to
first
kill me.
episode, yeah, the first episode when he came and said he did something, she was like, "Are you gonna be that scared boy now?" She started egging him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody in that show, everybody.
Everybody.
If I didn't know the Penguin from the comics and stuff, I would have been hoping for us to die by the end of this season. But like somebody's got to get this guy and just kill him.
Yeah.
Like some
Is
top boy.
that cockroach that just survives? Like, that just finds his level regardless of what is happening. He's
They
always
had to kill.
yeah. Yeah. But so that's where we are in this particular episode. Now we're about to see Sophia make her unforgivable decision. Is she going to kill the mom?
Did you mention that? Did you mention what she was
I was
holding?
going to make some. Doctor, I wanted to make some 2
Yeah,
points.
Also,
yeah.
was he how much she was holding or what?
No. What?
The hand rope,
No.
I forgot the crowbar.
Yeah, crowbar. She had a crowbar
Yes.
in her hand, which with it just brought to mind of Robin, Joker, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Crowbars in Gotham nowadays.
As you mentioned that, it reminded me of that scene, Sophia and the psychiatrist. So if Sophia is the Joker,
Oh God,
the psychiatrist is the Harley Quinn.
he's Harley Quinn. 100%.
Yeah.
He's a Harley, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did want to make some points.
Yes, please.
I had issues with this episode,
Okay.
and I decided immediately that this episode had not one but 2 of the best speeches or best discussions in the whole series, but it also had the worst pacing. Worst pacings in the whole series for me. So I thought the writing of the dialogue was golden. But there's certain things that will happen so quickly, so fast. It's almost like they're fast forwarding in here. All of a sudden, we had Sal and Sophia together with almost, zero alliance time. We just don't know.
But there was time.
No,
though,
they met last episode.
All said we started from a bag and we're already here.
No. I'll come to that in a minute. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Sal and Sophia.
Yeah, but
they agreed in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Just because of
alliance and time had passed.
Yeah, so I think time passed.
Yeah, but time had passed. What I said in terms of the relationship, also it's a full blown partnership.
Yeah, but both of them have no family left.
Yeah, but I know, but for argument, let us see the discussion between those two to get to that point and
Oh, okay.
arrange it. That did happen. And this
Well,
happened many times in there. The whole his operation is going well. He's selling drugs. He's a top guy. Sophia and Maureen said, "Listen, we need to start warning people. Don't deal with us." And they know we can do it by killing some of their runners.
Mhm.
The kill 3 runners, hang them up.
They are trying to track him down because Victor said somebody.
Yeah,
tried
no, I get all that.
Yeah.
But my issue here is once they kill those 3, the escalation in Payne's reaction to those 3 murders and the decision making is normally will be a week's worth of rumination. He literally in like a minute,
But
he done a plan that would take.
So
but he's
it's not escalating to
he
the
doesn't care for
murder.
anybody. Yeah.
Sorry?
It's not escalating to the murder. It's escalating to everybody stopping to work with him. So in that particular day, after they kill those particular people, everybody calls him that we are not working with you anymore.
Yeah, because the people.
Because they killed them.
Yeah,
so he said, you know what? If it's not working with me and I need to get my drugs out, I can't stop the momentum. Let me get that for free.
Yeah, but no, that whole thing. There was no. Oh, they killed 3 people. Oh, guys, come on, let's start working. It was literally almost in the sit room. It gone from A to B to C and made a decision. I just found it too fast. I thought they were fast forward. I thought what they were doing here was compressing the storyline. If I'm being honest, because I think they're running out of episodes and they said, "Oh shit, we need to get from point A to B to C." And then so I've gone to the trailer now. this made me look the whole bringing the PowerPoint to Crown Points. I don't know why they put that in here.
Bringing the
power back to he went to
the senator.
Kent, he went to threaten some senator with a plier to his nose to get the power back on in Crown Points.
With what in his nose?
Pliers.
Pliers. Okay.
So physically turned up and threatened this guy, put pliers to his nose. And it took warning, no, I don't want to hear a story about there's issues. I want that done today. And literally that day, power was brought back to Crown Points,
So I think I know why they did that particular story, but I agree with you that it felt out of place. But you remember Ozzy's old big man thing? Is to be seen as the guy.
I get that, but things are too easy and things are done too quickly. A result so quickly. You turn up to that guy today and tomorrow the power's on. Our guys nobody's really they work now. And even another big bugbear I have. And that's why I told you I was going to come back to you.
Yeah.
This whole what's his name? Moroni and Sophia, who have the biggest gangs. Yeah. This biggest gang is by mouth. It's what they tell us. But what I'm constantly seeing is just 2 people who are literally doing their own dirty work themselves, walking into houses, searching houses. Okay, don't you have crew? and in a weird way, Penguin's similar. I won't lie. He's also, this is an issue I have not just
with the episode.
With a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Star Trek is terrible at always doing this. Where you see the captain constantly going down for missions. Where you have people, you have hundreds of crew behind you who should be doing that. But this was more annoying, especially when Sal Moroni is meant to be in hiding. Remember, you are an escaped prisoner.
Yeah.
But you're the one doing the legwork. You are Sophia together, walking into houses, searching things, opening drawers. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I find all of that a bit. It doesn't detract from that. The episode is really good in speeches, but it's little things like that was kind of bugging me as I was watching it. Okay, even the great speech Penguin gave to the crew of.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, okay, the moment these guys turned up, I would have shot him in the head now.
The moment he showed up.
Yeah, because
he has all the distribution.
You
don't know where it is.
You shoot him and you take that other guy next to him. How long before you touch people where you get it? But
I get what
I allow it because Especially because all of you guys know he's a scumbag. Why would we not just shoot him in the head? And I find the beer one, a bit cheesy. I would not drink that beer if that was me. There's no one ever was drinking that beer. So basically, when he turns up, he chucks, he gives them all, calm down, guys, let's talk. Hey, have a beer. And it's good, he's throwing that beer. They don't grab it. From Penguin, me, I don't drink that beer. No, it's not possible. But, that's just a little.
Yeah.
In the end, there was nothing wrong with the beer, you know. But I was thinking, so go on.
Yeah, so to address some of the points you raised, and yes, they are very valid. Like the scale of what the operations are being shown is a lot smaller, and they are fast tracking through plot points. But when I look at what the scenes they are skipping, I feel like these are the kind of scenes you can afford to. If you're going to remove anything from the show, those are the kind of scenes you can remove from the show. Because from the last episode, you already saw that Sal and Sophia are going to be working together. We don't need.
But I don't get a skill that they seriously. Apart from them saying it with their mouth, it almost looks like a two-man operation.
Yes, that's the problem now. I get them saying, "Oh, I actually want to see Penguin's apartment myself. I want to destroy things myself." But at least they would have shown like their guards outside or something. Like they are moving around with armed convoys. Even when Sophia is on the street asking prostitutes, you don't get the sense that she has people.
Her.
Yeah.
In the old episode,
It's just them.
We saw one person else in this so-called
working for them,
biggest family. We saw one other person. So I'm thinking, but when we see Penguin, we're seeing his crew.
We've seen a lot of people.
So you can see that he's got a crew.
Yeah. So the show is trying to say that I think, if I'm being generous to the show, based on Penguin's reaction to Sophia and Falcone, it's like, oh, these people they are so secure in their area and they are so protected in their area, they can afford to do things like this, to walk around and all of that. And Penguin and the rest of the gangs are obviously scared of Sophia and Maroni, like in terms of muscle power. So
because they say that.
Yes. So I think rather than, this is my own excuse for them, like they looked at budget and said, you know what, we can afford to cut budget here rather than adding a few more extras to show they have power. This already effectively communicates it. So it's one of those spots that it reduces the quality, but I get it. And maybe because I like the show so much, I'm explaining too much about it.
No, I still enjoyed the episode, and I don't think because I thought the speeches, the dialogue was golden.
Was brilliant.
Was golden. But I felt the plotting. Let me look, the plotting.
Plotting
was paced. I wasn't.
You didn't like that.
How they did it, but I realized that how many episodes we really got? What, 3 left?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, they're trying to get through certain plot
certain bits.
To get where they need to go. So I get that. But I have to say, the Eve Sophia discussion was a highlight for me, and especially the fact that you pointed out that when she thought she was going to die, she was not giving up. Penguin. Yeah. But when she was sure that she wasn't going to die, and she was now had that new knowledge of Penguin's role in the death of her friends, she just decided, you know what, fuck Penguin. Here's where he is. Yeah. Now, Sophia's turned up at this apartment again by herself in Crown Points, which is not her base, but she's now turned up with a crowbar.
Yeah.
And now I guess she's going to realize that's Penguin's mom.
No, she realizes because the mother says something like, "Oz, my boy," while dancing with Victor, and she realizes, wait a minute, Oz as a mom. Yeah. So they start. So it's a good setup for next episode. I'm fully sold on this show all the way. But one thing I'll say, the discussion reminds me of another discussion I've watched in a different show that was as amazing. Like the discussion in Homeland season 2, when Claire realizes that Brody is a spy and she's interrogating him. That discussion and the tenseness of this discussion reminds me of that particular talk as well. And I like this kinds of talk. It's like, Kate, it's well done. You should watch it.
Yeah, I think Sophia is a great actress. I think that Eve lady, whoever She's a good actress as well. And the way they set that scene, the way that for once they made this lady not very glam. It's almost like somebody who's resigned to her fate.
Yeah.
So it was a really good scene. I would like it. It was a really, really good scene. And despite my reservations about the summit, the speech by Penguin was really good.
Very good.
I mean, having said that, if I was a goon, I'll still have popped him.
That's the thing from beginning of this show till now.
Yeah.
If Penguin is working for you, you should have killed him. And everybody knows, there's nobody that has not said it here that they should have killed Penguin since. But yeah, I think that's the point. So ratings, Dapo.
I would give this one for me. It's a 3.5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give this a 4.3.
4.3.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave Agatha 4. I can't give this 4.
So what's the lowest you've rated? What's the lowest you've rated this show?
He's not going to be
this
4.
Problem. No, it's
You've given it a 4.9 no, for the Sophia one.
I think it's the episode. There's one episode I didn't like. The episode where they killed the. Was it last week's episode?
No, the one before last week.
The one before that. Yeah, I
No,
didn't
no,
like
sorry,
it.
no.
The one before last week was where she burnt everything, where she killed her family.
No, that is last week episode. Where was it called?
No, there was one episode that we didn't like, that we complained. There was
where Penguin killed the Maroni.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that episode. I think I gave that a 3.5 or so.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Okay.
I had a 3.5, so that was my lowest episode. So yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, that is good. I have to say, again, I have to repeat, the scenes with that junior doctor, I don't need that. I don't need to see almost.
I don't need to see him again, yeah.
Yeah, we almost
it's the weakest part of the show.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
He's never been a good.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Cool. Next week, so we have today. Are you going to watch Super Slash Man?
I will try and find it. I'm almost sure it's out of my cinemas by now.
I think it's out.
It was a limited release, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a limited release. But it should be. Hopefully, it should come out on HBO soon enough, so I can watch it there.
Do we know if Absolute Superman is coming out anytime soon? So I don't know. We could do an absolute wrap up on the 3 that have come out. Absolute Trinity.
I'm presuming it should come out this week. I'm presuming it should be like a week or 2 weeks gap maximum in between each title. That was my belief. So we've had 2 already. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully it should be Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we get that, then it will be good to talk about.
No, it's November 6th.
It's November.
Not this
so it's every 2 weeks. Yeah, but that you know what? It's too good.
Okay.
So next week we can wrap up Agatha,
and then we'll start up with Absolute.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do. Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Okay. Thank you for joining us again. Remember to rate, like, subscribe, Naija's Geeking on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Today.
Yes, guys. See you next week. Keep watching the Penguin, and yeah, till then.
How about Agatha?
Yeah, Agatha as well. I can't remember
Agatha. How about Superman and Lois?
He can't help
Leave
himself.
that for that, Leave that for that. Yeah.
Red?
I'm good. Despite what some people might say, we're happy, we're chilling. We'll see you guys and talk next week.
I'm good. Guys, thanks for listening once again, and we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay.